Welcome to Movie Time, where we dive into TV series recaps and movie spoilers. Let's get started. After the team slams into the ocean floor at the deepest point of the Atlantic, fear takes over instantly. The impact leaves them shaken, trapped far below the surface where no human should survive. Voices rise inside the vessel as panic spreads, and the crew begins arguing about who should step outside first. Every second feels heavier than the last. After a tense moment of hesitation, the captain makes the decision himself. He chooses to go first. With controlled fear, the hatch opens. Everyone expects a violent rush of water, but none comes. As the captain steps out onto the ocean floor, he freezes in disbelief. There's no water at all. Beneath him is solid ground, stretching outward like dry land hidden beneath the sea. One by one, the rest of the crew follows, still sealed inside their helmets, staring in shock at the impossible sight. At this depth, there should be crushing pressure, darkness, and death, yet they stand safely, surrounded by open space. Their confusion deepens until Salts appears, the queen of the Homo, Aqua. Calm, commanding, and otherworldly, she explains that this place has been prepared especially for them. Her people have shaped a luminous barrier, something like a living tent made of light. Beautiful, powerful, and impenetrable. Water cannot pass through it. What surrounds them is not just protection, but hospitality. A temporary home created so humans and Homo Aqua can meet as equals. Salts gently asks the crew to remove their helmets. The request terrifies them. Breathing freely at the bottom of the ocean feels impossible. Seeing their fear, she turns to Barclay and asks him to trust her. After a long pause, Barclay removes his helmet. To his amazement, he can breathe normally. The air feels real, calm, alive. Trusting his experience, he tells the others to remove theirs as well. Slowly, fear gives way to wonder. With that, Salts leads them toward the location of the gathering. Along the way, Salts and Barclay become separated from the rest of the crew. The world around them grows quieter, almost suspended in time. She looks at him and softly says that it is just the two of them now. Barclay admits something he barely understands himself, that he feels like he knows her, or that he's meant to know her, or perhaps that he has known her forever. Unsure, he asks if that feeling is strange. Salts tells him she understands and moves closer. She gently touches his face, studying him with curiosity and warmth, and comments on how warm and rough he feels compared to her kind. Barclay freezes, overwhelmed, before quietly asking if he can touch her. When she nods, he reaches out. She asks him what he feels. He answers honestly, strength and beauty. A small smile crosses her face. Still uncertain, Barclay admits that he does not understand why she chose him for any of this. Salts explains that the tides have drawn them together, and that unseen undercurrents are pulling them closer. These forces are ancient, powerful, and patient. If he could calm his mind, she says he would feel them too, but his thoughts are too noisy. Shocked, Barclay realizes she can sense his emotions. Salts tells him that human emotions are incredibly loud, impossible for the Homo Aqua to ignore. His heart racing, Barclay confesses his fear of making a mistake. Billions of lives are depending on this mission, on this fragile meeting between two worlds. Salts reassures him, telling him that his intentions are good and that together they might change the future, bridging the conflict between humans and Homo Aqua before it is too late. Barclay takes a deep breath. Emotion overtakes hesitation as he moves closer, drawn by something deeper than logic. Just as the moment reaches its peak, the rest of the crew suddenly arrives, interrupting the fragile connection forming between them. Salts quickly regains her composure and tells the humans that the assembly is ready. She leads them forward into the gathering hall. What they encounter leaves them speechless. The space is vast, elegant, and alive with light and movement. The architecture is unlike anything they have ever seen, beautiful beyond words. The crew freezes, staring in awe, barely able to process what stands before them. Sensing their fear, Salts tells them there is no need to be afraid. Barclay quietly responds that this is exactly how he felt when she first appeared before them. At that moment, one of the crew members, Mr. Campbell, steps forward. He claims to have a gift for Salts and slowly presents it to her. Instantly, Barclay realizes something is wrong. Whatever Campbell is holding is not a gift. It looks more like a device, possibly an explosive, though its true nature is unclear. Without hesitation, Barclay lunges forward and knocks Campbell aside. And that is where the moment cuts to black. Cliffhanger. Hope you enjoyed. In case you missed it, let's review what happens in Episode 2. Episode 2 of the war between the land and the sea dives deeper into the heart of the conflict, carrying the classic Homoverse message about responsibility. This time, the climate crisis and the question, who does the water truly belong to? The episode opens with Unit interrogating Barclay, combing through every detail of his life. For now, the public only knows that a civilian has been chosen by the creatures of the sea to represent humanity, sparking global speculation. Kate eventually sits Barclay down and tells him she can work with him, so long as he cooperates. For Barclay, an ordinary man suddenly thrust into global diplomacy, it feels like he's finally doing something meaningful. Kate then arranges a private meeting with the Homo Aqua leader, Salt. Although initially reluctant, Salt meets Barclay face to face. She introduces herself formally, and unexpectedly, an emotional connection forms between them, something deeper than politics or protocol can explain. Meanwhile, a powerful businessman pushes his own agenda. He wants access to the amphibian eggs, convinced they hold valuable biological secrets, and pressures the Prime Minister to ignore Unit's warnings. His concerns are purely economic, even as the world edges toward ecological collapse. Things get worse when a French diplomat leaks Barclay's identity to the press. Still, the mission moves forward. Barclay prepares to address the world using carefully written teleprompters. But during the meeting, Salt requests a glass of river water and asks Barclay to drink it. He refuses, saying it's contaminated, and that single moment breaks him free from the script. He admits that humanity has ruined the oceans, speaking from genuine emotion rather than rehearsed lines. Surprisingly, this wins Salt's respect. We also learn something profound. Salt speaks for all three aquatic species because she is connected to them. They feel what she feels, almost like a shared consciousness, possibly linked to the pearl embedded in their throats. The next day, human representatives present their solution, a 50% reduction in pollution by 2065. 40 years from now. Their argument? The creatures have waited millions of years. What's a few decades more? Salt rejects this immediately. Her people are dying right now, poisoned by human waste and plastic. Barclay apologizes, but Salt questions whether his apology reflects humanity as a whole. Barclay says humans do want to fix things, without realizing what that statement will trigger. Salt takes him at his word and orders her species to return all ocean waste back to land. Instantly, garbage begins falling from the sky like a terrifying, polluted storm. Barclay's family is caught outside, but manages to reach his building unharmed. Near the end of the episode, Barclay again abandons the script, telling Salt that her retaliation will only fuel humanity's fear, and fearful humans make dangerous decisions. Salt asks if he's threatening her, and Barclay backtracks immediately. Salt then announces 3 conditions to prevent further destruction. All pollution of oceans and waterways must stop immediately. All water now belongs to the Homo Aqua. No human ships, no water transport, nothing. Humanity must meet the Homo Aqua in the deepest part of the ocean, on their territory. When diplomats protest, Salt shifts into a masculine form, silencing the room instantly. Finally, she turns to Barclay and asks if he will meet them at the ocean's deepest point. Barclay's answer is simple. Okay, the waters of diplomacy just got deeper and far more dangerous. Thanks for watching Movie Time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a recap. See you next time for more.